In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you my very favorite way to apply my makeup from SEINT. So I am doing the full face of makeup. I am not going to show you how I created this eyeshadow look today. If you are curious how I did it, you can check out my YouTube channel where I have a tutorial showing my very favorite eyeshadow look, and you can see how you can create this look in a matter of minutes. I'm going to show you my favorite way of applying my SEINT makeup. So when you are starting out with SEINT, you'll learn real quickly that you've got to figure out your way of applying the makeup that works best for you. So there is no right or wrong way in order to apply these products. I love to show a variety of ways to do it. So today, I'm going to show you my preferred way. No matter what, I always start with a non-silicone based primer. You want a good non-silicone based primer on your skin before you apply any makeup so your makeup goes on smoothly and lasts all day long. So I love to recommend all sorts of good brands out there, but if you need an easy one to remember, this one by SEINT is a good one. This is our setting spray, so I do use this at the end to set my makeup so it lasts all day, but that's also a great primer to spray on your face. Let it sit for a few seconds before you do anything else. I have all my tints in my compact that I'm going to be working out of today. My very first thing I always do before I do my foundation is to color correct. So I like to address two areas that I have hyperpigmentation. The dark circles underneath my eyes, and then my rosacea, my extreme pink and redness that I get on my face. So the very first step that I always do, no matter what, is to use this shade of our highlight, Mango, underneath my eyes to counteract the dark blue I have, which today is actually not too bad. And then I love to use our lightest shade of contour. This is the shade Aspen. I'm going to just do a very light layer of Aspen where my rosacea pops up. Color correcting is optional. Not every single person needs it. I need two forms of it. So if you're wondering if you need color correcting for dark circles or rosacea or acne, scars, melasma, sunspots, age spots, reach out. I will help you with that one-on-one. No matter what way I do my makeup, I always do color correcting first to address those hyperpigmentations, and that way my skin is even and it's ready to go, so I use a lot less foundation in the end. And of course, I always apply my color correcting with a good quality brush. So this is one of our SEINT brushes. I love our brushes. They are meant to apply and blend these products out. They will work way better than any other brush you have. I guarantee you of that. So this is my favorite brush to do my color correcting, the blend brush. It gives the lightest application because I don't need to use a lot of product when I'm color correcting. You can already see using Aspen contour really took out a lot of the excessive red that I had, and then Mango just really helps color that depth of dark blue I have underneath my eyes, so that when I go in with my accent highlight in a minute to really brighten under there and conceal, I have to use very little of that product, which you want because that is very light skin underneath your eyes, and you don't want to accessorize and accentuate any lines that you already have underneath your eyes. There is no right or wrong order for applying your 3D foundation. These three tins are my foundation. They are matched to my skin tones. I'm just going to show you my favorite way to apply this line of foundation, and that is going to be, I'm going to go into my contour first. So I like to go into my contour first because it is part of my foundation, and I end up using a lot less of my two highlights here when I do my contour first. So I'm switching to my favorite brush to apply my contour. This is the detail brush. I love the flat edge of it because it really applies the contour beautifully and blends it really well. So I've applied two lines of contour on my cheekbones, where the cheekbone starts to where it stops. This is part of my foundation, so it does give me coverage in this region. I do use a darker shade of contour because I like a more extreme contour. No matter if you're going for a very simple makeup look or all glam, I still recommend adding contour to your foundation because it can really help emphasize your cheekbones and make them more prominent. And that is just gonna give you a more lifted look to your face. So just blend that contour line up on your cheekbone. Okay, just like that, up high, not down here. So I do need to continue blending that, and I will in just a minute. The third line of contour I'm gonna add is on my forehead, temple to temple. Blend that contour on your forehead back into your hairline, and I'm still going to continue blending it, but you can see that gives me coverage up here. It's also creating and emphasizing that natural shadow I have there so that this region of my face is going to be nice and bright. The final place I'm going to apply this contour is along my jawline. I like to start right in here and just use that flat edge of the detail brush to really go along my jawline, just to make that jawline more defined and to hide double chin action. After I apply my contour is when I like to apply my main highlight, which is my base color right there. I'm just gonna go back into that blend brush. I really like the fluffy end of it, and I'm gonna just tap that main highlight where I want coverage very lightly. I hardly had to use any of that highlight because I had already color corrected in the beginning. So I applied my main highlight in the middle part of my forehead. I don't have to go up here because I have my contour. On my nose, and around my mouth. Very, very lightly. Don't swipe with the brush, just tap it in. The brush will do all the work for you. I'm gonna go in now with a lighter shade of highlight. This is my accent highlight. This is just gonna work as a pop of brightness, and I'm gonna tap that in wherever I want to really brighten up. I do love for you to see visually on this side what it looks like when you add a little bit of accent highlight underneath the eye right here and down very softly, and then the outer corner to give a little bit of a lift. I put the tiniest bit of accent highlight right above my brow because I didn't have any product there. I popped some underneath my contour, my cheekbone. That just makes my contour line stand out a little bit more, and it also helps because my neck is a lot lighter than my face is. You can set your makeup after you use that perfector sponge, like I do, or you can set it at the end. I use our setting spray. I like to use this before I do bronzer and blush on my face, just because my preference is I like to really add that warmth that bronzer gives and that flush of color that blush gives after I've used my setting powder. And so I use the setting powder after I set my makeup. You can use Vanilla Dust. That's our setting powder that comes in a tin. I only encourage you to use the setting powder if you want a matte finish to your makeup or if you have very oily skin. Because I have such oily skin, I need a little bit more of a loose setting powder. So my preference is this one by Coty Airspun. I like it because it's cost effective and it's a good quality. It doesn't oxidize the makeup and take out the contour that I just applied on my face. I prefer a cream bronzer just because it blends with the rest of these cream products. This is Tanlines. I like Tanlines out of our 4 shades of our cream bronzers because it's the lightest. So it's really, really nice if you are in fall or winter or if you're fair skin. I'm just gonna take that blend brush. It's my preferred brush to apply my bronzer. I'm gonna take the fluffy end, pick up that cream bronzer and just apply it lightly where the sun would naturally touch my face, the higher points of my face. No matter what season it is, I always use bronzer, even on those days where I'm going for a simple makeup, because it really helps so you don't look washed out. You don't want to skip that step. I prefer to add my blush and my lipstick after I've done my bronzer, so I'm using a fun pop of pink today. This is Pinky Promise. I'm just gonna take my finger and tap that color on my cheeks where I want to really give a flush. And then I like to blend that out softly with my blend brush. Just make sure my blush and my bronzer blend perfectly. You can bring a little bit of that color in the apple of the cheeks and then upward. I'm gonna add my illuminator next for a little bit of sparkle. So I'm gonna use my favorite illuminator. This is Starlet, and I'm just gonna tap it on the high point of my cheekbone. I've applied my eye makeup and my look is complete. So this is my very favorite way to apply my makeup. All these colors are customized to my skin tones. There is no right or wrong order when you're applying your highlight foundation. So I just wanted to show you how I like to apply my 3D foundation. And then I always wear blush no matter if I'm staying at home or I'm in a hurry. Some extra things that I added to my makeup routine were my bronzer, illuminator, and then my eyeshadow. So I will have a description, so showing you all the different colors that I used. If you wanna get started and you wanna set up your customized palette to your colors, fill out my color match form. I will color match you and recommend the best brushes based on the type of coverage that you are looking for. So that way you can do your makeup in a matter of minutes. So whether you're staying at home, running errands, or you're going for a glam look, you can go from natural to all glam in a matter of minutes. Your preference. All you gotta do to get started is get color matched.